saw my dreams dying slowly as the days went by, until I could identify these 3 things that were killing my dreams and making me stuck. So if you have a dream or a passion that you want to go after, and you feel like you're losing hope slowly as the day is going by, this video is for you. In no particular order, these are the 3 things that are killing your dreams and making you stuck. 1. Lack of self-confidence. Lack of self-confidence is one of those things that just hold you back, that prevents you from going after your dreams or doing what you need to do to succeed. And this lack of self-confidence may manifest in various forms in your life, such as always doubting yourself, always thinking and talking negatively about yourself, and always looking for the easiest and quickest way to quit in every situation because you think you are not adequate enough or you are not good enough for that thing or that situation. Most often when you watch these motivational guys, they always tell you it starts with positive self-affirmation, which is true. But from my experience, positive self-affirmation alone doesn't work, because you can be given all the right words and all the right mantras to say every day. You can't talk yourself into being successful. You can't talk yourself into being fit. So if you talk all day about being confident and how good you are, and you don't have the evidence in your life to prove that you are what you say you are going to give up very easily. So when you finish talking, you have to put in the work to affirm the positive things you're talking about yourself. This is coming from a guy that used to have a very low self-esteem. I mean, most of us who have traveled to a new country, especially a different continent, there are some things that is going to take away from you, that you need to fight, that you need to build it back up. And for me, self-confidence or self-esteem was one of those things that, moving to Finland, I lost. And it took a while for me to build it back. So you ask yourself, how did I build my self-esteem when I lost everything? You have to know that it's a gradual process. It's going to take time for you to build it back up. It's not something that is going to happen overnight. But there are little things that I did slowly that started building my self-confidence. Like keeping my apartment tidy every day. When I wake up in the morning, I make up my bed, I clean the apartment, I clean the dishes and make sure everything is well. Those were the little things I started doing every day to start building my self-esteem. Because the moment your environment is tidy and you look at everywhere is clean, there's a certain sense of accomplishment you get when you look around you and everything is tidy. The next thing I did was to start going to the gym. I mean, at some point I started going to the gym until I was addicted to the pain. When I come back home and I'm feeling that pain, I loved it. These were just the 2 little physical things I did that started boosting my self-confidence. Now, moving to the mental side of things, I don't know when or where I got this phrase, but it has been in me for a very long time, and I say it almost 12 times a day. Every time I'm faced with a situation, I use this phrase every time. What is the worst that can happen? Am I going to die if I do it? I'll give you an example. The time I realized I had a very low self-esteem, that's when I started asking myself this question. What's the worst that can happen? What are the things I'm afraid of, or what are the things I'm shy of doing? One of them was walking up to people and talking to them or starting a conversation. So I challenged myself to start going out to events and attending parties and attending shows. Even right now, I'm still building my own self-confidence slowly as the days are going by, because it's a process. And you can see me right now on YouTube and you think, well, this guy is very confident or he has always been like that. No, it took me a while to get here. So I had to start out with a podcast that was shy to come in front of the camera and start talking. I started slowly with a podcast. From there, when I started gaining the confidence, then I had the courage to put the camera in front of me and start talking. But I'm learning to talk in front of the camera as the days are going by. So these are the ways for you to increase your self-confidence. And the second thing that is killing your dreams is the financial constraint that you have. This is another big aspect that holds a lot of people back. And to be honest, it held me back for a long time because I couldn't seem to figure out the means to get the things I wanted, to go after those things I loved. Because of the fear and the panic that ran through my mind every time I thought about doing something different. Is it going to work out? Will I be able to have enough money to pay the bills at the end of the month? It's tough after you get your paycheck and you pay all the bills and realize it's just the second day of the month and you don't know how you're going to survive till the end of the month. So you don't even have time to think about your hobbies or your dreams that you want to pursue. So you are so focused on your financial burdens. Well, first off, I'm going to tell you this. I'm no financial expert, but I'm going to tell you the things that worked and are working for me to be able to afford the little things that I wanted. First thing is that you have to be grateful. If you don't have a job, okay, I know there are a lot of things that you're going through right now, the frustration, and all you can see is how things are bad. But you have to be grateful for the time you have. The moment you become grateful, you'll be able to see things differently, and you can take the energy and the time you have to dedicate it towards getting a job or towards getting a source of income, so that you can be able to put your head above the water. But if you're someone that has a job already, gratefulness is still needed, because there are a lot of people that can't afford that job that you have. No matter how small the pay is, or no matter what you're doing, you have to be grateful for it. After being grateful, the next thing you have to do, and this thing is the main thing that gets you off that financial stress, that is going to make you to be able to move on to something else, is to leave the status game. What do I mean by the status game? So for most of us who are in the 9-to-5 jobs, your standard of living is rising more than your salary can keep up with. Because as time goes by, you start wanting a bigger house, a nicer car, your monthly bill starts increasing, and then when the kids come in, everything triples. So this is what I mean by your standard of living is rising more than your paycheck. The only way for you to balance this out is for you to learn to live below your means. Living below your means will help you have more finances for you to save and invest in yourself, which is investing in your knowledge and your skills. Investing in your knowledge and skills will definitely come at a cost, especially if you are low on finances. Then you have to make some big sacrifices in your life just to invest in yourself. You won't have the money to buy the latest gadgets. You won't have the money to buy the latest outfits. You won't be going out on all those luxurious dates and luxurious parties and luxurious vacations. You won't be hanging out with your friends every night or every evening drinking and partying, because there will be no money for you to do all of that. This is where living the status game comes in, a term that I heard from Naval Ravikant. Playing the status game is when you feel the need you have to keep up with the Joneses by buying the nice and expensive things just for you to fit in with your peers. You move into a nicer and more expensive neighborhood. You get a brand new car, a brand new phone, and you're buying all those nice and beautiful things just so you can keep up, and people look at you in high regards and admire you, while your bank account is suffering. You are in debt for all of that. You have to understand that when you stop playing this status game, you won't be the most flashy person. You won't be the most current person on trend. You won't be the person that has the latest everything, but you will be fine. So if you have a job, or if you have any source of income that is coming in, the best way to free yourself from this financial constraint is, first, you have to learn to live below your means. Second, you have to get off from this status game. When you want to please people, you want to please your peers, you want to be looked at as the best or the freshest or the most trendy person, you have to leave this status game. When you start saving a certain amount of money that you can invest in yourself, you can invest in your knowledge, you can invest in your skills, which are like buying courses, learning something new, and of course these new skills and knowledge you are going to gain will help you to maybe start a side hustle or to improve yourself in that job that you are, to make you have more money. And the last thing holding you back from going after your dreams is lack of clarity. As young as you are, this could be a blessing and also a curse. Blessing in the fact that you possess boundless energy and endless potential. There are countless possibilities of things that you can do, and you see possibilities in everything and everywhere. However, this could also be a curse if you're not careful. You see, all these endless possibilities and opportunities may paralyze you from taking action, because everything seems almost possible to you, and you spend a lot of time waiting to know the right thing to go after. Just like David Allen said, you can be anything you want to be, but you can't do everything. So you have to pick one thing and go after. Stop waiting, stop analyzing. Decide on one thing you want to do and go after it. Go all in. You might be saying, well, you're not really sure, or it's not clear for you to take this direction or this direction. You're a little bit confused on what to do. Well, the fact is, no one is ever sure or clear about the future of what they want to do. Fun fact, did you know that YouTube started as a dating site where they were begging to pay ladies 20 euros for them to upload videos? But it wasn't working, so they had to change and adjust the business model. Nobody knows how it's going to look like in the future. We all know how Facebook started, but look at what it is today. Do you think that Mark knew exactly what was going to happen along the line to get to where he is today? No, he didn't. Clarity here is for you to look at all the options you have and decide on one thing that you want to do and go after it. Go all in on it. That is clarity. It is for the same reason every coach or mentor will start by asking you, what do you want to do with your life? Because it all starts from you knowing what you want, and you knowing what you want comes from clarity. So now it's your turn for you to take action. If you've ever faced self-doubt, financial roadblocks, or you're stuck in the indecision phase, it's time for you to identify those things in your life and take action on them. Take action immediately, don't waste time. So smash the like button if any of those things that we have discussed today resonated with you. I would also like for you to share your thoughts, your experiences, or even your dreams in the comment section. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.